Jennifer sat in her quiet apartment long after midnight, the city lights flickering through her window like restless thoughts. She replayed Melissa's words again and again, trying to understand how a stranger's ambition had twisted itself into her life. Someone at Robert's company believed Jennifer's sudden fame threatened their future. Someone feared her success could elevate Robert and expose their own shortcomings. Jennifer leaned forward, elbows on her knees, whispering to herself, if they wanted to break the wrong person, they chose the wrong target. She checked the time. At 9 a.m., she would meet the person Melissa mentioned. The next morning, Jennifer arrived at a small cafe near the Hudson River. The place was quiet, with soft music playing and sunlight streaming through tall windows. Melissa was already seated in a corner booth, looking anxious. Across from her sat a nervous-looking man in his early 30s. Melissa stood when Jennifer approached. "Jen, this is Mark Riley." Jennifer sat down calmly. Mark avoided her eyes. "I work at your father's company," he said, voice shaking. "I didn't file the complaint, but I heard who did." Jennifer folded her hands. "Then tell me. Start from the beginning." Mark swallowed hard. "After Ethan's surgery, your father bragged about knowing you. He talked about meeting senators, medical leaders, powerful people. Someone overheard him, someone high up." Jennifer leaned forward. "Who?" Mark hesitated. "Charles Benton. He's an executive vice president. Very ambitious. Very dangerous. He thought your rise would give Robert leverage to climb higher. And if Robert climbed, Benton would lose his chance." Jennifer felt her jaw tighten. "So he sabotaged me." "Yes," Mark whispered. "He told someone inside Mount Sinai to alter your records. He wanted you discredited before you became too powerful to touch." Melissa gasped softly, covering her mouth. "I didn't know it was this serious," she whispered. Jennifer stared at Mark. "Why tell me now?" Mark's eyes darted around the cafe. "Because Benton is planning more. He said if the board doesn't suspend you soon, he'll push harder. He wants you out of the medical field entirely." Jennifer's heart pounded, but her expression remained calm. "You realize what you're saying. This is criminal." Mark nodded quickly. "I know. But I can't keep quiet anymore. Someone's life could be ruined. Yours." Jennifer looked at Melissa. "We're not stopping at the truth. We're going after him." After the meeting, Jennifer walked out into the crisp morning air, the sun bright but her thoughts darker than ever. She called Dr. White immediately. "We have a name," Jennifer said. Dr. White's voice sharpened. "Good. Come to my office. We're involving legal and IT right now." Jennifer arrived 20 minutes later. Dr. White stood with 2 department heads and the hospital's legal investigator. "If we prove this man interfered with medical records," the investigator said, "he could face federal charges." Jennifer nodded. "Do whatever it takes." For the first time since the complaint began, she felt a spark of control return. The investigator pulled up Jennifer's case logs on a secure screen. "We traced the edits in your records," he said. "They came from an internal account belonging to someone in administration, but that account was accessed remotely." Jennifer crossed her arms. "Meaning someone outside the hospital had the password?" Dr. White nodded. "Which matches what Mark Riley told you. Someone with influence." The investigator clicked through several files. "We're issuing a full audit on every access point. If Benton coordinated this, we'll find a digital trail." Jennifer exhaled slowly. "Good. Because I'm not letting anyone destroy my career." By afternoon, whispers were spreading across Mount Sinai. Residents gathered in corners. Nurses exchanged quick looks. Administrative staff walked on eggshells whenever Jennifer passed. She ignored all of it, focusing instead on her patients. She performed 2 surgeries that day, both successful, both reminding her why she fought so hard to protect her name. After the second operation, Dr. Patel handed her a bottle of water. "You holding up?" he asked softly. Trying, Jennifer replied. Dr. Patel sighed. People who fear someone else's success will always attack first. Jennifer nodded. Then let them. I'm not backing down. That evening, Jennifer returned home and found a sleek black car parked near her building. She approached cautiously. A man in a dark suit stepped out. Dr. Chin. She stopped. Who's asking? He handed her a card. Elliot Hayes, private investigator. Hired by the Brown family. Jennifer raised an eyebrow. Why would they hire a PI for me? Elliot lowered his voice. Because Senator Brown believes the attack on you might be tied to a political rival. He asked me to look into the situation discreetly. Jennifer blinked. Politics. Elliot nodded. And you, Doctor, may be caught in the crossfire. Jennifer invited Elliot inside the lobby so they could speak privately. He pulled out a folder. We ran a background check on Charles Benton. He has connections to several political donors who oppose Senator Brown. Jennifer frowned. So sabotaging my career would hurt the senator through Ethan's case? Elliot nodded. If the surgeon who saved his grandson is suddenly under investigation, it weakens him publicly. Jennifer rubbed her forehead. This is bigger than hospital jealousy. Elliot closed the folder. Much bigger. And Benton doesn't act alone. Someone inside the hospital is helping him. Jennifer felt the weight of those words. Later that night, Melissa called Jennifer for the first time in months. Her voice shook. Jen, Dad found out someone is looking into Benton. He's panicking. Jennifer sighed. Why? Because Benton approached him yesterday, Melissa said. He told Dad that if he didn't keep quiet, the entire family would face consequences. Jennifer froze. What kind of consequences? Melissa whispered. He didn't say. But Dad is terrified. Jennifer leaned against her counter, taking a deep breath. Melissa, listen to me. No one threatens our family. Not anymore. Melissa hesitated. So what do we do now? Jennifer's voice hardened. We fight back. The next morning, Jennifer arrived early at the hospital, only to find Dr. White already waiting outside her office. We have a development, she said urgently. Jennifer stepped inside. The IT director pulled up a screen filled with login logs. We traced an unusual access pattern, he explained. Someone used stolen credentials to enter your files at 2:14 a.m., the same night Ethan's case went public. Jennifer leaned closer. Whose credentials were used? The director zoomed in. A senior administrator named Rebecca Mills. Dr. White frowned. Rebecca never works nights. Someone is using her identity, Jennifer whispered. Or she's helping them. Jennifer felt a chill crawl up her spine. Rebecca Mills was known for being loyal to hospital leadership, but she was also known for her ambitious streak. Where is she now? Jennifer asked. On leave, the director replied. She requested it 2 days ago, right after your investigation started. Dr. White folded her arms. That's too convenient. Jennifer nodded. We need to speak to her. The director hesitated. Her whereabouts are unknown. She isn't answering calls or emails. Jennifer looked at Dr. White. If she's connected to Benton, she won't come forward voluntarily. Dr. White sighed. Then we track her down. Meanwhile, Elliot Hayes sent Jennifer a text. Need to see USA. She met him at a quiet bench near the hospital garden. Elliot handed her a printed report. We dug deeper into Benton, he said. Turns out he donated to a political rival of Senator Brown last year. A competitor who would benefit from any scandal involving the senator's family. Jennifer flipped through the pages. So if my career collapses, it damages the senator, and helps Benton's allies? Elliot nodded. Exactly. You're a pawn in a political game. Jennifer exhaled. Then we expose the board, the rival, and Benton. As Jennifer stood, her phone buzzed again, this time from an unknown number. She hesitated before answering. Dr. Chin. A woman's voice whispered. It's Rebecca Mills. Jennifer stepped aside. Where are you? Rebecca breathed heavily. I can't talk long. I didn't mean for things to go this far. Jennifer's tone sharpened. You altered my records. Rebecca's voice cracked. Benton promised to protect my position. He said you were becoming a problem. I didn't know he'd push for your suspension. Jennifer clenched her jaw. Meet with me. Tell me everything. Rebecca hesitated. I'm scared. Jennifer replied quietly. So am I. But we still meet. Rebecca agreed to meet that evening at a small public library. Neutral, quiet, safe. But as Jennifer approached the building, she sensed something was wrong. A crowd had gathered outside. Firefighters blocking the entrance. Smoke drifted from the windows. Jennifer rushed forward. What happened? A firefighter answered. A small fire on the second floor. Probably electrical. Jennifer scanned the faces. No sign of Rebecca. She tried calling, no answer. Text, no reply. Elliot arrived minutes later. Rebecca was the key witness, he said quietly. Jennifer nodded, feeling a cold dread spreading through her chest. And now, she whispered, someone made sure she disappeared. Jennifer and Elliot stood near the fire trucks, the flashing lights painting red streaks across the street. This wasn't an accident, Elliot muttered. Jennifer nodded slowly. Benton wanted her silenced. Elliot checked his phone. No activity from Rebecca's number since she called you. Jennifer felt a heavy twist in her stomach. She was scared. She knew too much. Elliot placed a hand on her shoulder. We need to treat this as a possible disappearance. I'll call a contact in the NYPD. Jennifer stared at the darkened windows of the library, her jaw tight. If Benton thinks I'll back down, he's wrong. Later that night, Jennifer met with Dr. White in her office. The older surgeon listened carefully as Jennifer explained the fire, the cancelled meeting, and Rebecca's sudden disappearance. Dr. White sat back, eyes narrowing. This is no longer a hospital matter, she said firmly. Someone is committing crimes. Jennifer nodded. We need to involve federal authorities. Dr. White reached for her phone. I know someone at the Department of Health and Human Services. If someone tampered with medical records for political gain, that falls under federal jurisdiction. Jennifer inhaled deeply. Good. Benton wants a war. Then he'll get one. The next morning, Jennifer prepared for surgery, but her mind kept drifting to Rebecca. She couldn't shake the image of the missing administrator, frightened and alone. During the operation, Dr. Patel noticed Jennifer's focus wavering. Hey, he whispered quietly. Whatever is happening outside, don't bring it into the OR. Right now, this child needs all of you. Jennifer steadied herself, took a breath, and nodded. 4 hours later, the surgery ended successfully. As she exited the operating room, her phone buzzed. A message from Elliot. We found something. Meet me at your apartment. Jennifer's pulse quickened. What did he find? Jennifer arrived at her apartment to find Elliot sitting at her dining table with a folder open in front of him. We traced Benton's communications, he said. Look at this. Jennifer leaned over the papers. It was a series of encrypted emails between Benton and an unnamed contact. The messages discussed discrediting the surgeon and protecting future advancement. One message caught her eye. The witness must be handled before she talks. Jennifer felt a chill crawl down her spine. Handled, she whispered. Elliot nodded grimly. They planned it. And Rebecca was the witness. Jennifer clenched her fists. We need the sender. Elliot pointed to a final page. The sender is hidden behind layers of encryption, but we found a clue. Jennifer squinted at the highlighted section. A familiar number was embedded in the code, a number she hadn't seen in years. That's my father's office extension, she said quietly. Elliot nodded. Someone inside your father's company helped Benton coordinate this. Maybe with or without Robert's knowledge. But the connection is real. Jennifer stepped back, breath shaking. My own father's company is tied to this? Elliot closed the folder. Yes. And whoever used that extension isn't done yet. Jennifer whispered. Then neither am I. Jennifer paced her apartment, her heart pounding as she replayed the discovery. Someone at my father's company used his extension, she muttered. But who? Elliot watched her closely. We can't assume it was Robert, he said gently. Extensions can be accessed by anyone with internal clearance. Jennifer stopped pacing. Melissa said Benton approached Dad. If someone overheard their conversation, maybe that person also had access to the extension. Elliot nodded. Which means the culprit could be closer than either of us realizes. Jennifer clenched her jaw. Then we find everyone with access, and we question them one by one. The next morning, Jennifer arranged to meet Melissa outside a cafe near Robert's office building. Melissa arrived looking anxious but determined. Jen, what did you find? Jennifer took a deep breath. Someone used Dad's office extension to help Benton. We need a list of everyone who has access. Melissa's eyes widened. I can get that, she whispered. But you have to understand something. Dad is already under pressure. The company is tense. People are afraid. Jennifer nodded. I'm not here to destroy Dad. I'm here to protect myself. Melissa swallowed. I'll get you the names. But Jen, be careful. That afternoon, Melissa emailed Jennifer a list of 16 names. Employees, managers, and assistants with clearance to Robert's extension. Jennifer and Elliot sat at her dining table, studying the list. One name stood out. Anthony Green, a longtime senior assistant known for his loyalty to Robert. Elliot tapped the table. Green has the access, the motive, and the connection to Benton. Jennifer frowned. But why would he sabotage me? He barely knows me. Elliot replied. He knows your father. And if Benton promised him a promotion or political favor, that could be enough. Jennifer whispered. Then we talk to Green next. Jennifer requested a meeting with Anthony Green under the pretense of discussing Robert's company's health initiative. When Green arrived at a quiet conference room, he appeared calm, almost too calm. Dr. Chin, he greeted with a polite smile. Jennifer returned the smile faintly. Thank you for coming. Green folded his hands. How can I help you? Jennifer studied him carefully. Someone used Robert's office extension to coordinate with a man named Charles Benton. I'd like to know why. Green's smile faltered for a moment. I'm not sure what you mean. Jennifer leaned forward. I think you know exactly what I mean. Green stiffened. I have no involvement with Benton, he said firmly. Your accusation is inappropriate. Elliot, who had been standing quietly behind Jennifer, stepped forward. We already traced the digital activity, he said calmly. Your credentials were used. Green's eyes flickered with fear before he recovered. Anyone could have accessed my station. Jennifer held his gaze. Rebecca Mills disappeared after contacting me. Benton's emails mentioned handling a witness. You expect me to believe this is all coincidence? Green looked away, jaw clenched. I don't know anything about Rebecca, Jennifer whispered. Then why do you look terrified? Green suddenly stood. I think this conversation is over, he said, reaching for the door. Before he could leave, Jennifer said quietly, if you walk out now, you're admitting guilt. Green froze. Elliot added, and if federal investigators come looking, running makes you the prime suspect. Green's shoulders slumped. Slowly he closed the door. For a moment he didn't speak. Then he whispered, I didn't want to be involved. Benton cornered me. He said your father was planning to use your success to climb politically. He told me if we didn't neutralize you, we'd all lose our jobs. Jennifer stared at him, stunned. So you sabotaged my medical files. Green shook his head quickly. No. I only gave Benton access. I thought he just wanted information. I didn't know he'd alter anything. Elliot stepped closer. What about Rebecca? Green's voice cracked. I think Benton threatened her. She told him she wanted out. Jennifer's heartbeat quickened. Do you know where she is? Green swallowed hard. No, but Benton mentioned an address yesterday. A storage building in Brooklyn. I didn't know what it meant until now. Jennifer exchanged a tense look with Elliot. This could be the lead they needed. Elliot immediately called a contact at the NYPD, providing the address Green mentioned. Within minutes, officers were dispatched. Jennifer paced the conference room, anxiety tightening her chest. If Rebecca's there, she whispered. Elliot nodded. They'll find her. Green sat silently, trembling. Melissa arrived moments later after Jennifer called her. Jen, what's happening? She asked breathlessly. Jennifer explained everything. Green's confession, Benton's threats, the possible location. Melissa sank into a chair, shaking her head. I can't believe Dad's company is part of this. Jennifer placed a hand on her sister's shoulder. Dad may not know, but someone close to him does. 30 minutes later, Elliot's phone buzzed. He answered quickly. Hayes. He listened silently, his expression shifting from tense to relieved. Then he hung up. Jennifer stepped toward him urgently. Is she alive? Elliot nodded. They found Rebecca. She was injured but conscious. Melissa gasped with relief. Where is she now? Ambulance is bringing her to Mount Sinai, Elliot said. Jennifer closed her eyes briefly. Thank God. Green covered his face with his hands. I never meant for this to happen. Jennifer turned to him. That's not for me to judge. But now you tell the police everything. No more secrets. Jennifer rushed to the emergency department just as paramedics wheeled Rebecca in. Rebecca's face was bruised, her arm wrapped in a temporary sling. When she saw Jennifer, tears filled her eyes. I'm sorry, she whispered. Jennifer stepped beside her stretcher. No, you're safe now. That's what matters. Rebecca gripped her hand weakly. I'll testify. I'll tell everything Benton did. Jennifer nodded. Good. This ends now. As nurses pushed Rebecca into a treatment room, Dr. White appeared beside Jennifer. Once she speaks, we can clear your name completely. Jennifer exhaled slowly. And then, she said quietly, we take down Charles Benton. Rebecca was stabilized and moved into a private room under police protection. Jennifer sat beside her as detectives gathered statements. Rebecca spoke slowly but clearly. Benton used Green to access your credentials. He wanted your reputation destroyed before you became too influential. When I tried to back out, he threatened me. A detective leaned forward. Threatened how? Rebecca swallowed. He said accidents happen. Fires happen. Jennifer's jaw tightened. Dr. White entered, resting a hand on Jennifer's shoulder. Your case is stronger than ever, she said. Jennifer nodded, though her thoughts burned. Benton hadn't just threatened her career. He endangered lives. By afternoon, the hospital buzzed with tension. Everyone had heard of Rebecca's disappearance and rescue. Reporters gathered outside again, crowding the sidewalks with cameras and microphones. Jennifer walked past them silently, ignoring the questions. Inside, Elliot met her near the elevators. The NYPD has a warrant for Benton, he said. They're picking him up today. Jennifer felt a sharp breath escape her. It's finally happening. Elliot nodded. But be prepared. Benton won't go quietly. Jennifer lifted her chin. He had his chance to walk away. Elliot studied her. And you? Ready for whatever happens next? Jennifer whispered. More than ever. Late that evening, Jennifer received a call from Melissa. Her voice trembled. Jen, Dad just found out Benton was arrested. He's shaken. He wants to talk to you. Jennifer felt a familiar ache but didn't answer right away. Melissa continued softly. He didn't know, Jen. He really didn't. Jennifer closed her eyes. Melissa, what he didn't know is different from what he didn't care to see. Melissa swallowed. I understand. Just talk to him when you're ready. Jennifer sighed. One step at a time. This time Melissa didn't push. Whatever you need, I'm here, she said gently. Early the next morning, police escorted Benton into custody. His expression was cold and defiant as cameras flashed. Reporters shouted questions. Did you sabotage Dr. Chin? Were you targeting Senator Brown? Benton remained silent, jaw clenched. Inside Mount Sinai, the hospital board convened. Dr. White stood beside Jennifer as the chairman addressed her. Dr. Chin, the investigation is concluded. You are cleared of all allegations. Your files have been restored. You remain chief of pediatric cardiac surgery with our full support. A wave of relief washed over Jennifer, though she remained composed. She simply bowed her head. Thank you. After the meeting, staff members approached Jennifer one by one, some apologizing for doubting her, others offering quiet respect. Dr. Patel hugged her. Told you the truth would win. Jennifer smiled faintly. It always does, eventually. As she walked down the hallway, she paused outside Rebecca's room. The recovering administrator looked up weakly. You saved me, Rebecca whispered. Jennifer shook her head. No. You chose to speak up. You saved yourself. Rebecca wiped her eyes. I'm sorry for everything. Jennifer squeezed her hand gently. Your apology is enough. Now heal. The rest will be handled by the justice system. Outside the hospital, Jennifer found Elliot waiting near the entrance. You did it, he said with a small smile. Jennifer nodded. We did it. Elliot handed her a small envelope. A letter from Senator Brown. He wants to thank you again, and invites you to join a pediatric cardiac advisory panel he's creating. Jennifer opened the envelope and read the letter. It wasn't political flattery. It was genuine gratitude. This could help thousands of children, she murmured. Elliot nodded. And no one else could lead it the way you can. Jennifer slipped the letter into her coat. Then I'll accept. That evening, Jennifer returned home to find Melissa waiting outside her apartment building. She looked nervous, holding a small box. Jen, can we talk? Jennifer hesitated, then nodded. They walked upstairs together. Inside, Melissa set the box on the table. I found this in Dad's office. It's yours. Jennifer opened it. Inside were childhood drawings, medals, old report cards, things she hadn't seen in years. Melissa's voice cracked. Dad kept everything, Jen. He just didn't know how to express pride without comparing us. Jennifer felt a deep ache in her chest. That doesn't excuse how he treated me. Melissa nodded, tears slipping down her cheeks. I know. And I'm not asking you to forgive him today. I just want you to know. You mattered to him. Even when he failed you. Jennifer sat quietly for a moment. What about you? She asked softly. Melissa swallowed. I'm trying to be better. Less judgment. Less pressure. I want to earn your trust again. Jennifer met her eyes. Then keep showing up like this. Consistently. Honestly. Melissa nodded quickly. I will. Jennifer didn't hug her, but she didn't push her away either. It was a small step, but a real one. Later that night, Jennifer stood by her window, looking out at the glowing city. For once, she didn't feel invisible. She didn't feel small. She felt grounded, strong, whole. She had fought for her name, her career, her truth. She had exposed powerful enemies, protected innocent people, and refused to be diminished by anyone's insecurity. Her phone buzzed. A message from Dr. White. Proud of you. See you tomorrow. Big day, new cases. Jennifer smiled. Her work continued. Her purpose continued. And for the first time in a long time, her heart felt calm. Jennifer brewed herself a cup of tea and sat at her kitchen table, the soft hum of the city drifting through the window. She thought of Ethan, recovering and growing stronger each day. She thought of Rebecca, healing. She thought of Melissa, trying. She thought of herself. Not the quiet daughter, not the overlooked sister, but the woman who chose courage over fear. She whispered, "I'm enough. I've always been enough." She turned off the lights and prepared for tomorrow. A new chapter waited for her. A chapter she would write on her own terms. And this time no one could silence her.